Hello students, welcome to the 15th online lecture for the subject of sociology. We will start with the fourth chapter of our textbook, that is Processes of Social Change in India. Students, please note the first two processes, that is industrialization and urbanization, are deleted from the syllabus for the academic year 2021. The topic that we will study in today's lecture is modernization. The term modernization was coined by Daniel Lerner. When one uses the term modernization, it may be with reference to an individual or group or even to society as a whole. There is often a tendency to think of modernization in economic terms. Modernization can also be understood in terms of social life, technology, polity, culture, education, and so forth. Modernization has led to changes in values, beliefs, and norms. Let's see the definition of modernization. Daniel Lerner has defined modernization as: modernization is the current term of an old process of social change whereby less developed societies acquire the characteristics common to more developed societies. Another definition is given by Rustam and Ward. Modernization is the application of modern science to human affairs. Now we will move on to study characteristics of modernization, which are as follows. Number 1, scientific temperament. Number 2, rational outlook. Number 3, technological advancement. Number 4, openness to new ideas. Number 5, critical thinking. Let's go in detail. Number 1, scientific temperament. This refers to the development of a scientific way of understanding and explaining any phenomena. This may come from an education that is based on scientific methods. It emphasizes on the need for empirical evidences in support of given arguments. Number 2, rational outlook. This is linked to the notion of rationalism, the approach and ability to provide logical explanations for any phenomena. Scientific reasoning explains causal relationship, that is cause and effect relationship between factors. There is a shift to secular and rational values from spiritual religious values. Number 3, technological advancement. Several definitions of modernization tend to emphasize on the fact of advancement in the use of technology, which in turn is a characteristic of industrial societies. It calls for precision techniques, specialized skill, and accuracy. Number 4, openness to new ideas. There is a willingness to receive new ideas, examine alternatives, find new pathways to explore creative ways to solve problems. Being modern cannot be limited to only using modern devices or gadgets. Number 5, critical thinking. This refers to the ability of critical evaluation. Persons who claim to be modern are willing to examine daily events, literature, culture, art, customs, beliefs from a critical point of view and be able to explain the constructive and destructive aspects of a phenomena. Self criticism, willingness to introspect critically, is also an aspect of critical thinking. The next process of social change in India that we will study today is globalization. The process of globalization in the Indian context received a push in 1991 when Dr. Manmohan Singh, the then Finance Minister of India, put into effect the new economic policy. It was popularly called the LPG policy: liberalization, privatization, and globalization. It is a process that opened up the skies for Indian economy. India became part of a wider global economic world where there could be free trade, free flow of capital and resources, free enterprise, etc. Globalization has had several positive and negative consequences. Let's see the definition of globalization. According to Martin Albro and Elizabeth King, globalization refers to all those processes by which the people of the world are incorporated into a single world society. Another definition is given by Anthony Giddens. Globalization can be defined as the intensification of worldwide social relations which link distant localities in such a way that local happenings are shaped by events occurring many miles away and vice versa. Next, we will study characteristics of globalization. They are: number 1, liberal principle; number 2, private enterprise; number 3, profit motive; number 4, marketization; number 5, interdependence; number 6, knowledge distribution. Number 1, liberal principle. The principle of laissez-faire is an integral aspect of globalization as a process of change. In the economic context, it's referred to opening up of the economy to private players. This is called the process of liberalization. Such a process brought together people from all walks of life. The term laissez-faire is originally a French term which literally translates as let do. In the context of economics, the term has come to mean free trade and free competition. It is a doctrine that opposed governmental interference in the economic sphere. Number 2, private enterprise. Privatization is an allied process that accompanies globalization. It is a process where services which were previously subject to government control were opened up for private service providers in the fields like healthcare, insurance, radio, television, education, etc. Number 3, profit motive. One of the main motives for privatization is to make profits. With globalization, there has been a sharp increase in competition in every field. There are more opportunities and options available to aspiring individuals. It has encouraged many service providers to indulge in profiteering. For example, numerous private educational institutions which operate like business houses. Number 4, marketization. Globalization also led to increase in production. This in turn has led to large scale marketization. For example, if one goes to a large shopping mart, you will find rows and rows of products of a wide variety. Large scale markets have provided people with options to choose from. It has indeed resulted in increased consumerism and thus made us more materialistic. Number 5, interdependence. You have heard the term global economy. How has it affected us all? It has made all people and nations interdependent. We have numerous examples of parts of a product being manufactured in one country and assembled in far away places. Number 6, knowledge distribution. Globalization is characterized by sharing of resources. This includes the sharing of technological know how made easier by digital transformation across borders. We are familiar with the concept of outsourcing. It is the way by which people go beyond geographical borders. People having the required skills and training get opportunities to perform specific tasks without moving out from their location. For example, business processing outsourcing BPO in India operating for American, British, and Canadian firms. Here we come to the end of our lecture. We will continue with this same chapter in the next lecture. Thank you.